Hey y'all, this is Stuart Hayes. If you subscribe to my channel, most of you probably know me. Today we kind of took a little break. I've been working on that turbo on that 1.4 liter Sonic I got. I've been working on getting the temperature sender put in our turbo and getting a oil pressure gauge sensor all set up and ready to go. We're just about there. We're looking at putting the gauge pod in and getting it all wired up and get the finishing touches put on the turbo or cooling lines, run the new wires to the gauges and getting them ran through the firewall and down in the fuse box. We'll get a new video out for that, showing you where we're going to put them and where we're going to plug them in, the fuses we're going to use. I got the wife's going to pick me up some parts, some connectors. I don't want some of the parts I'll solder, but I still want to be able to disconnect them in case the gauge quits or something happens. I need to pull this apart. I can at least unplug it without having to tear everything apart because it's soldered together. And I solder just about everything. I've done some work for a fire truck on our local fire station. I wired up lights for their flatbed on their tanker, and then did some wiring for the flatbed on their be a brush truck. We put lights all around on those. I soldered all those connections. I prefer solder over anything. I don't like connectors, but in this instance, we're going to run connectors. Like I said, there'll be some solder for our oil pressure gauge, and I'll show you that because I just got the wire harness in for that just a couple of days ago. The one I bought happened to not come with the wiring harness for the gauge and no instructions. I kind of figured how to put it together, but I wasn't really for sure. And they did great. They couldn't send me just those two pieces I was missing, so they sent me a whole gauge. So it worked out real well. Like I said, just showed up a couple days ago. Checked it out. Looks great. I've got it connected to my water temperature gauge for the power and ground, and then the light for my temperature gauge is also hardwired into the temperature gauge because it's got three terminals: our ground, our ignition, and then your sensor. So I just went ahead and hardwired the ignition and ground in there for both gauges, and the light is the same thing. For me, it's not going to really matter if I turn it on. The light's going to be on because the lights in the car are on because it's all digital gauges mostly. So it's not a big deal. Lights are on all the time anyway. So it'll be all right. We'll go from there. But like I said, right now we're just kind of figuring that out. Waiting until the connectors and stuff get in. So if you guys want, you can hit me up. Post comments, things you might want to see that might be somewhat related. We got 2012 Sonic, got a 94 Camaro. We're eventually going to get to it. That's been a daily driver, but also a project. We got a 99. It's got a real nice body kit on it. We're looking at taking the body kit off the 99, and we're going to put it on my 94. Headlights, front end, side skirts, rear bumper, seats. One driver's seat's not that great, but they're leather. I like leather, so we're going to take the seats out, put those in. I'm not going to do any work to my Dodge. I got an '02 Dodge Ram. I'm going to have someone else do it. I'm down in the back right now. I've been out of work since October. I messed up my back. I'm not going to go there, so I can do these little piddly things. The wife kind of been handling the heavy stuff. Not allowed to lift a whole lot, so there's that. I don't have a whole lot else really be working on. I've got my '09 It's an '09 Pontiac G5. It's on its third motor, which is really weird. And if you guys are curious about that, you can hit me up. Put like a comment, and I'll explain to you what happened and what we've done to try and keep it running. And it's still running. I'm surprised. Like I said, if you want more information on that, hit me up. I'll post another video of that. But I haven't put a video up, showing who I am and what I'm about. I've been doing mechanical work probably since about 14 or 15 years old. I'm 30 now. Actually, a good friend of mine got me interested in it. He drove by the house one day in a 1972 Ford F100. Beautiful truck. Of course, it's just rattle can paint, but man, love the sound of it. And got to talking with him, and we worked on cars together. He lived a couple blocks up from my parents' house. Now I live about 3 blocks from my parents' house, but got with him and loved working on vehicles. That's all we did. I ended up getting the truck. Sad story there. It kind of ended up getting rid of it. We ended up having a bad title, big old confusion on the title, and we scrapped it. I worked on that truck for 10, 12 years. Had a big block 465. So it had been punched out 30,000, 60,000. Had a cam in it, and then it had a C6 with a stage 2 shift kit. Whew, it sang. Loved it. Just couldn't keep traction, and I had like 33 1250s on the back, and just sit there and spin them in an idle. It was crazy, but we got rid of it. I still have the motor and tranny though. Looking for the project, put it in. Been looking in a Fox body Mustang, something light, be fun. But anyway, there's that. There's a little bit of history there. I have gone to school for mechanics. I went for a couple of years. Met my wife there actually, so there's that. But it kind of taught me a few things. And I did run a shop here out of my house. I got a nice shop over here. Can't do like big trucks, crane trucks. Depending on what the work is, I can do them on the concrete out in front of my shop. I did that. And I got a few farmers I do stuff for, so it worked out great. Kind of cut back from that. I'm not home as much as I used to be anymore. I used to work at a factory for the last 8 years. Just last year I decided to do a whole change. Got out of the military. Oh, yeah, I was in the military for 6 years. Auto mechanic, imagine that. So I did that, and then once my 6 years was up, got out, quit my job. I drive a truck now, and I know most people are like, oh, you don't do a whole lot. Well, I unloaded my own trailer. 53 footer. Oh, average weight. I was probably running 60, 70,000 pounds total. And I'd unload the whole trailer. So, figure out what the semi and empty trailer weighs. And the rest of that was all freight. I had to unload myself at different stores. And it's not as easy as some people think. There are some that are easy. But, yeah, that's how I hurt my back. Imagine that. So, if there's something you guys kind of want to see with some of the vehicles I have, that's about all I got. I'm trying to get rid of a bunch of them because I'm just getting tired of working on them. And I don't have the time or money anymore since things have been going on. My favorite and all-time project I got, like I said, I've been working on this one for quite a while too. 8 years. See here, I've lived in this house since 2012. Yeah, about 8 years been working on it. It's a 88 Chevy Scottsdale. We put a flatbed on it. Put a rebuilt 355. It was out of late 80s Chevrolet. Changed it out, made it throttle body. I got $1,200 Holley throttle body, and I wasn't about to already spent the money on it for the old motor, and the old motor went crap. So I swapped it over to throttle body and been playing around with it. And I went and had the flatbed put on. I went to welding school for a little while, and they told me they'd put a flatbed on it, drill it, and so I could bolt it and unbolt it. And they kind of fell through on me. They ran out of time to bolt it, so we welded it to the frame. Don't matter, it's still there. It won't fall off. So did that. And let's see here. While they had it, transmission went out. It's at a Votech school with kids. Imagine that. Of course, let's see here. It did have headers with 3-inch collectors, 3-inch straight pipe burning out the stacks. That sucker is loud. But somehow the timing got all screwed up, and now it barely wants to run anymore. It will start. It will run. I haven't had it start since last summer. Yeah, last summer. I could probably put a picture or two up if you guys are interested in looking at it. And I got a parts truck for it, but if you haven't figured it out, most of my cars are straight piped. I have one vehicle out of I think I have eight that will run. Yeah, 8 that'll run. That has a muffler on it. Just one. And that's my 94 Camaro. And it sounds decent with the muffler on it. So, there's that. So, anyway, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell. Leave me a comment, wherever you feel like. We're just sitting here watching videos. Scotty Kilmer. Great guy. Lots of good stuff. You guys want to watch his page too. It's pretty good. So, see y'all later. We'll see if we can't get some videos up. I think the wife said she's off Monday, so we'll try and get the car finished up and show you guys what's going on. If you don't take the Pontiac tomorrow, I'll get the cooling lines put on the turbo, show that to you, and maybe get some other things, tiddly things that I can do since the turbo's kind of sitting there and not setting, or I don't have to set it in there. I can just kind of lay it off, put the gaskets and stuff on, start bolting stuff up, and give you guys an idea. Try and get a video up there of that. So anyway, I'll let you all later. Like I said, got any questions, leave a comment. I'll try and answer you best I can. Post a video. If you guys want to see something I got, try to post a picture, video. Maybe if there's enough people that want to see different things, we'll get there. So there's that. We'll look at different stuff. Maybe eventually we'll get my 3 4-wheelers back. I got a 96 Foreman. It's in the shop. Getting some extra stuff done to it. Try and get a rack put on the front, and then receiver on the back. Got it's an 02 Blaster, complete restoration, frame up. The only thing left that's factory is like the steering column, the handlebar, the frame, and the spindles. That's it. It's been stretched, widened, bored, stroked, you name it, it's got it. Then we got a 300EX. The engine's getting rebuilt. It's been bored. It's not stroked. Guys got it getting it rebuilt too. So maybe if we can start getting some of those projects back, we'll get a video of them and see what you guys think. Holler at y'all later. Bye.